Hello and welcome to the first video of the 2024-2025 AP Chemistry school year. This first video is just a little bit about me, and so you can get to know a little bit about me, and hopefully eventually I'll get to know a little bit more about you. This video has the following learning targets. By the end of it, you should be able to describe yourself to me. You should be able to describe yourself to peers and make a connection, and list one fact about me. So I like to start this way because I do believe that connection is important. I believe we all do better when we all do better, especially in this class. As I've been teaching this class for the last 4 years, I know that students, from experience, that students who work together and students who learn together end up doing a lot better in the end than students who work by themselves. And so connection is important, and so if we're going to work with other people, we need to get to know other people as we can moving along the way. So we're going to start with this lesson, which is the very beginnings of making connections. Certainly it's not going to make you all best friends in the first 5 minutes, but it's going to start getting us to know one another a little bit better. So I'll start with me. Here's some things that I'd like you to know about me. First thing I'd like you to know about me is that I was born and grew up. I was born on July 12th, 1977. So that means over this summer I am turning 45 years old. Dang, closer to 50 than 40. This is getting rough. Anyway, that's that. In a town called Elkhorn, Wisconsin, which is down here in the southeast corner of Wisconsin, almost in Illinois, for those of you who need a little bearings. Chicago's here, Milwaukee's there, Madison's there, and the Twin Cities are up here. So again, if you draw kind of a triangle with Madison, Milwaukee, and Chicago and go in the middle of it, that's where I grew up. It was a small town, about 10,000 people, with cities within an hour. This is a picture of me as a baby. You'll notice I always had a double chin, so don't call me fatty. This is me as a toddler age. This is me growing up. I was a nerdy tween. And then this is me at my junior prom. Some of you this year will be doing that. Some of you did it last year. But anyway, this is me and my date at junior prom. Interesting story about Janine. Janine was dating a guy she was a good friend of mine. She was dating a guy who was 26 at the time. And then she ended up marrying a guy who was like 8 years younger than us. So regardless, she apparently just doesn't like guys her own age. And this is me with my mom at graduation. So you know that at least, at a minimum, you have a high school graduate teaching this course. After high school, I went to college. Did my undergrad at the University of Wisconsin at Madison. So this is a building on campus. These are some of my best friends. We dressed up as the Scooby-Doo gang for Halloween. This is me and my best friend Brian, who was the best man in my wedding. We saw a lot of Badger sports when we were growing up. And then this is me over here the day I graduated. So you know you have a college graduate teaching this course, and we don't speak about that picture right there. After college, I moved to Minnesota, got married, had 2 kids, and lived happily ever after. Some photos here. This first photo here is of me the summer that I moved here, and you might recognize me at the Walker Art Garden by Spoon Bridge, by Klaas Oldenburg, of course, one of the most famous sculptures we have here in Minnesota. This is a picture of my wedding. This is my cousin. She was having a good old time. Not sure she made it till the end of the evening, but we'll see. These are my 2 babies when they were both born. This is my older daughter Maren when she was born, and that's my younger daughter Piper when she was born. Despite how this might look, I was not the miracle man. I did not birth her. I was just sitting in the bed that day. Anyway, all of that happened 23 years ago. This is my 24th year as a science teacher. This is my 8th year at Apple Valley High School. Prior to this, I taught for 16 years in Roseville. This is my family. In the photos here, these are a few years old now, but this is my wife, Sarah. We've been married for 22 years as of this summer coming up. She works in human resources. This is our older daughter, Maren. She is going to be a sophomore at the University of Minnesota in nursing. This is our younger daughter, Piper. She's going to be a senior at Eastview. They both graduated from Eastview. I couldn't convince either one of them to come with me to Apple Valley. This is my dog, Blue. He's a Schnauzer. He's 4, and we love him, and he's my favorite boy. Anyway, over here on the other side, this is my extended family. This picture is like quite a few years older because you can see my girls are a little littler then. But we've lost a few people in this picture. But this is my mom. She passed away in 2016, and I have a brother and three sisters, and everybody's married, and of course there's lots of us and lots of grandkids, etc. And so that's all of us. Things about me, I really like hanging out with my family and doing stuff. I like playing with my dog. I like relaxing and napping. Been taking some good naps here this summer. I enjoy listening to music. I'm a sports fan, so I enjoy the Badgers and the Packers because that's where I grew up and went to college. But I have become a Twins fan as well. And I also, in the summer, I casually follow other Minnesota franchises like the Wild and the Loons and the T-Wolves. I also enjoy working around the house. That's kind of my summer job, is getting tasks done around our house. I'm a personal finance nerd, so I kind of like learning about what to do with your money if you have it, and so that it does good things for you in the future. And last but not least, I do like hanging out with new friends. This picture here is not me hanging out with a new friend. This is my favorite picture of me milking a goat. And this is at the Minnesota Zoo. And a couple weeks after this, I got to milk a cow at the state fair. And so I oftentimes, like, if you go to a conference or a thing and they're doing get to know you games, sometimes they'll be like, tell us something interesting about yourself. And I always use, I milked two different animals in a 2-week period, which works really well unless you're at a farm conference. And then if you're at a farm conference, nobody's impressed by that at all. So that's a little bit about me. You're welcome to ask more questions if you have them along the way. But I just wanted to give you a little introduction as to who I am. So now it's your turn. In Schoology, you will find a quiz unit in the Unit 1 lesson, or Unit 0 Lesson 1 folder. Introduce yourself to me. It's just 5 quick questions to let me know a little about you personally and as a learner. And then the other part of your assignment is to go ahead and make a quick video, more than 15 seconds, less than 1 minute, that introduces you to the class. Make sure your name is said clearly in the video so we know how to say it. And then if you could go ahead and post that video to the Unit 0 Lesson 1, Introduce Yourself to the Class Schoology discussion by June 28th. Because then the idea would be between there and when school starts, everybody gets a chance to watch and read watch everybody else's videos. And I want you to add 1 comment to each other person's post, telling them something you have in common with them based on their video. That's it. See you next time.